Difference between countable and uncountable nouns. Have you ever heard someone saying, I have many works to finish today, or he gave me many informations, or I bought two breads from the shop? If they sound odd, you are right. They are odd. Work, information, and bread are uncountable nouns. Countable nouns are those nouns that can be counted by one. For example, one apple, two apples, or three apples. One spoon, two spoons, or five spoons. One glass of water, three glasses of water, 17 glasses of water, and so on. Uncountable nouns are those nouns that can be quantified but they cannot be counted individually. For example, you can say 5 grams of rice, but you don't count individual granules of rice. A good way of remembering the difference between countable and uncountable nouns is that you count countable nouns and you measure uncountable nouns. For example, you can count books and you can measure rice. Similarly, you can count coins and you can measure water, such as 1 liter of water or 2 liters of water. Day-to-day nouns that you cannot count: advice, information, furniture, luggage, or work. Some nouns can be both countable and uncountable. For example, you can say, I found a hair in my food, and you can also say, she has long hair. Coffee is another example of a noun that is both countable and uncountable. For example, I had a coffee this morning, and coffee is good for you. In the first example, a coffee means 1 cup of coffee. Light is also an example of a countable and uncountable noun, although light may mean different things in different contexts. For example, when you say, there is a light in the room, it means there is a light bulb in the room that you can use. When you say light travels fast, you are talking about light in general. So sometimes a noun becomes countable or uncountable based on how it is used. Glass is scattered all over the place. He put a glass of water on the table. It is easy to identify a countable noun because a countable noun can easily be written in the form of one bottle, a bottle, 3 bottles, or half a dozen bottles. I have already published a video to explain how to convert singular nouns to plural nouns. This concept is also covered in the video dedicated to regular and irregular nouns. Countable nouns can be converted to plural forms. For example, you can have apples, books, cars, chairs, but you don't have waters, sugars, and milks. How do you identify an uncountable noun? An uncountable noun usually has a little, a bit, some, much, a lot, lots of, plenty of, a great deal of, a large amount of, not much, very little, or hardly any before it. Uncountable nouns can also be measured through the containers, such as a glass of water, a bag of rice, 5 packets of curd, or 6 cups of tea. Countable nouns can have a few, a number of, a large number of, a small number of, some, a lot, lots of, plenty of, not many, very few, or hardly any before them. Yes, some of these overlap between countable and uncountable nouns. You can have many books and much water, but you cannot have much books and many waters. In the end, you should be able to recognize a countable noun when you can use a number or an expression like a few or some or lots of in front of it. Uncountable nouns cannot be counted. They can be measured, but they cannot be counted. Suppose you have 5 spoons of milk. You are counting spoons and not milk. I hope after watching this video, you can recognize what are countable and what are uncountable nouns and differentiate between them. If yes, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, or click the bell icon so that you receive a notification when I upload the next video.